Well, plan for today was to change this agitator on the Mueller tank because the bearings are quite bad. Got the pin knocked out really easily, so I thought this is going well. And then the paddle didn't move. Give it a couple of taps, it still didn't move. We've had that locked on, and 18-inch Stilson's, like a pipe wrench, on there, and the paddle and this drive collar are locked together, so we can't get it undone. So I think the only thing we could do is take the top of the gearbox off, lift it up, and then cut that down with a grinder. Let's zoom out a bit. There we go. I've never done one of these before. Anyway, we've got a load of, so I'm not sure how they come apart, but I think we can, there's a line here, so I think if we take a load of bolts out, that whole top piece will come off. And there's a Torx screw in the bottom there, which in there, that fits in there nice, and that's a Torx, what is it, a T45? T30 I think it is. Yeah, T30. But I haven't got my grinding discs on the van. I think they're in the other van, which is in the garage, having the MOT and a service. And it's a bit late in the day to start doing this. I want to do this early in the day, so I've got as long as I possible before they start milking again. So I think we're just going to put this back together. Just got to put the wires back in. But yeah, that is pretty bad. Okay, see if it'll work. It's in wash. Let's stir. We'll have to put it in. There we go. It does still go around. I think it does a 2-minute stir once you turn the cooling off. Yeah, so we had these on there, and with all that leverage we couldn't get it to shift. But that's the new one. When you think it's got that whole length, good 6 inches, for it to seize up. Yeah, I think the only way we're going to do it is take it apart and cut down, put a slit down it, and spread it open. Might have to do both sides. But I need my grinder and my grinding discs for that. Right, back again. 2 days later, because I think he's on an alternate day collection. We don't want milk in the tank ideally, so we've come back when it's empty. So we want to get this apart now. That is the plan. We've got the pin out, that came out fairly easy, and then we've got a load of Torx screws, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, probably 6 of them or something, 6 or 7 of them. And hopefully the top will just come off. Okay, got one bolt out. I thought we was going to have trouble because it went tight as you put some pressure on the ratchet, and then it went loose, and then it went tight again, and it felt like it was just slipping around in the the socket was slipping in the head of the bolt, but no, it's come out. So let's see if we can get the rest of them out. Oh, I was just thinking, I bought this little set of sockets probably 10 or 15 years ago. My usual cat-handed camera work, laser, T20 to T50, and I think this might be the first time I've actually used it. Anyway, got this loose. Okay, so yes, So we've got that cog off the motor to a big it's probably nylon, probably a sacrificial gear. Oh wow, you can see how that's all wallowed out. Look at that. Look at that. There's going to be no fixing this. What are we doing with our life, eh? What are we doing? So hopefully we can lift this up, and then we've got to get the grinder on this and try and cut our way through so we can get the shaft out the centre, which is going to be fun. Right, progress report. Got the top bearing in bits. That gear, it's actually on it. We've took the circlip out. It's keyed onto it, but I'm not sure, it might go downwards and not upwards. We've bottomed out the grinding disc, so I might try a new one, see if we can get a bit more depth on it. Otherwise, might have to just cut a wedge out so we can get in there with a grinder. Okay, got that gear off there. We cut a slot to relief fit that side, and then we put the chisel in there and split it open a bit. So we've got, I think we've got a key on there, that'll come off. Let's cut it in half. Yeah, so I think all we've got to do is cut some slots in here. Hopefully that'll relieve the pressure on there and it will come off. Otherwise we're in the shit. Right, we're having some fun with this. I've cut a slot in that side. I've had to cut a slot in the other side. And we are knocking 7 shades out of it. Splitting it with a chisel. How can that be split that far apart and it's still tight? Anyway, it's moved down, so hopefully we can get it to move up. Right, well that's finally come off. I think that's probably, well, it's full of dust. I wonder if it's stainless so it can fret. It sort of rubs together and it sort of micro welds itself together. So we get the sander on this, that little belt sander thing I've got, clean this all up, and I'll probably put some food grease on there, food grade grease. I've got to get this base off yet. Right. Okay, we've got that cleaned up. We've tried to paddle on the agitator on it, slides on nice, so I'm going to put some of this food grease just a little bit on there, stop it fretting in the future if I'm unlucky enough to have to change this again. So I think we're going to slide that on. We'll put the punch through just to hold the motor up, and then we can mess about with these bolts because I think these are going to be too long. There's some of imperial thread because these are 9/16 headed bolts, so we're going to probably end up needing to find something to pack this. Because this is thinner than the gearbox on the old motor, which is down there. Okay, I've got that on there. What I think I might do is just try and tap that. You try and knock the punch out with this, but you want to hold on to the punch because if you tap it, it comes flying out and you haven't got the pin in there. It'll all go wrong. Okay, got that bolted on there with some packers. I'm going to see if I get some stainless all thread and some nuts and redo that on another visit, but it will do. I'll put some grease on that to hopefully stop it rusting. Anyway, just got to get the wire made off in there, and then fingers crossed it'll work. Okay, it's going round. I'm not sure, I've got to check whether it's going the right way or not. I've got a feeling it's going the wrong way, I could be wrong. Anyway, if it is, it's just a case of swapping a wire and it'll run the other direction. So that's job done. And we just got to give the tank a wash, get rid of all the dust off of it. Right, that's all done, giving it a rinse.